So you made it.
Okay, well, I just have a few questions that we can start with before I open the floor. Well, I was curious about the beginnings of this movie, how it got started. I understand that your father asked you to write, what was it, 5,000 words about your life, and that became a play, which then you wanted to, turn into a film. So you're constantly in a place of self-reinvention, which is what makes your work interesting. So, why did you decide you wanted to make a film?
I really wanted to make a film because not enough, women were given the opportunity, and so I thought the best thing is that I take everything into my own hands and make my own film, which cost me a house or two, but anyway, I did it. But I didn't only need one house, so it's okay, I was happy. And I thought I would give it a whirl because my ex-husband said that I couldn't do it, so I thought, well, I'll have a go and see if I can do it. And sort of 2 years on, I have this. But I change it every month. Whenever I get any money, I just say, oh, I need to change this or that. But now I think I can't do any more. I'm exhausted with it. So I move on.
Well, you mentioned opportunities for women, and I wanted to ask you about a quote that occurs early in the film, which is that when a woman confronts her own loneliness, she's free, which I thought was a lovely sentence, so I just wanted you to speak to that a little bit.
Basically, I think that everybody, who confronts their loneliness is free. I should have done it a lot earlier, and I should have done it when I was very young, but unfortunately it took me till I was 50 in order to really see the benefits of being on my own. And then, of course, I love it, and now I don't want to have anyone around at all. I sort of, if anybody's in my bed, I sort of say, have you got things to do? Can't you go somewhere else? So life changes, and it's wonderful. So every moment is fantastic, and it's within me to find my own happiness. It's not somebody else to make me.
Well, being a person who's grappling with her own loneliness, of course, and as you see in the film, you seem to spend a lot of time inside your own head, which, has its pros and cons, I guess. But so I'm just wondering, how important do you think self-awareness is in life, but maybe also in art?
I think you're either self-aware or you're not. I don't think, maybe you learn to be self-aware, but I think I was self-aware even I didn't look like it because I chose to look like a ditzy blonde. So, but in fact, I thought from the moment I came out of the womb, I think I had great anxiety about life, and I had good reason to have great anxiety, and this actually helped me a lot because it helped me have a great life, and I have a fantastic life. So what can I say? It's fantastic. It's good to have some form of.
So you'd say having a little bit of anxiety.
Yes, and a little bit of anxiety, be able to watch yourself is great.
Now, though this is a documentary about your life, there is a bit of acting that you get to do. So do you enjoy the the performative aspects as well? Being able to ham it up a little bit.
Well, I went to drama school for I think 8 years altogether. So if I don't use it, then it was a complete waste of time. I went to practically every good drama school there is in Europe, and I never thought about acting actually. It says quite plainly that my grandfather thought I had to be a hooker in order to be an actress, and he didn't want me to do it. I don't know, I think that it would have been a great shame if I hadn't put all those years of schooling to good use. And it was only thanks to Justine that probably, who had great faith in the script originally, that I ever did anything at all with it.
Do you want to speak a little about her involvement?
Well, Justine maybe wants to. I don't know. Come down. Come on, Justine. Because without her, I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have done it without Elizabeth either. Because together they worked on this script. God knows how much, but they did, along with John, who was the director for the play. And Elizabeth really worked hard on it too. Do you want to come down, Elizabeth? Because these two girls, I couldn't have done it without them. And they worked day and night on it. Of course, Justine was the sort of visionary because she obviously wanted to have a part that she really liked, and she liked it better than what she was doing for television, and I don't blame her. So she really enjoyed it, and she wanted to act me. She's crazy.
Well, it started from a play that Amanda had written, and she was kind of putting it out there, and when she found out I was an actress, she said, "Will you have a look at this?" And I did, and I preferred it to the thing I was actually doing at the time, because I really connected, and I really connected with the loss of the father and the abandonment from there, and I kind of saw something in that. And she said, "Well, do it, let's do it on stage." And I was like, hang on a second, this woman talks for 75 minutes without anybody else. And we did do it, and there was opera included, and then I handed the baton over to the lovely Elizabeth in America here.
When I met our friend, we had the mutual friend Kay Sachi, and Kay introduced us, and Amanda was telling me about this play that she had wanted to do, and I read it, and I thought it was fun, and Amanda wanted to do it here, and actually I initially wanted to produce it, to help with, help cast and whatnot, and then one thing led to another, and Amanda said, "No, you must play it," and John, my husband, John Allen Simon, directed it, and we had quite a good time and did a wonderful production at Mancha, and so we had wanted Justine to come over to do it, but I think the way it worked out, we made a lot of changes in the script. I know that John and Amanda worked on that, and I think the script got stronger, and then it just had its natural way into finding its way into the wonderful, really a documentary about you. Yeah. So, yeah, that was the full journey.
What were some of those changes that were made from the play version to now the screen version?
Well, I added a documentary, real-life documentary, which actually I don't think Justine understood in the beginning. She thought, "Oh my God." I really wanted to show the fact that a woman has many characteristics. So we might have 20 different characteristics and only use 4 of them. So really it doesn't matter if the girl looks like me or not. The fact is that we all have different thoughts. I mean, for instance, in the early scene, of the scene of when I was raped when I was a child, I honestly thought it was a joke. I came back and I told my mother, and I thought she would think it was funny. And of course she didn't. I had the police around. But of course Justine acted it as if it was a dreadful disaster. And I said, "But I wasn't like that at all." And she said, "Well, nobody's going to understand you, and they're not going to think that it's funny at all." But I did think it was funny, and I did take all my friends along, and they still remember to this day that I took them along to go and watch this dreadful man in the shed. I thought it was, I think at 8 years old you're not aware of what's right or wrong. You just know that somebody's weird. You might not have, there's no barriers, and so I had to learn those barriers. And so I decided to get fat. I thought the biggest asset in my life would be to get chronically obese. And so that's what I did to protect myself.
Yeah, well, you do sort of approach these terrible incidents in your life with a sense of levity. So, and that's part of the whole movie. Now, should we open up the floor for questions from the audience?
Does anyone want to ask me?
I don't know if you've left any questions unanswered.
I don't know.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about post-production? You did such really interesting things with color and with black and white. Can you talk about that process?
Well, I don't know where Hector is. Has he disappeared? But you better come out and talk about that, because Hector is somebody that I met, actually through a man I met on Match.com. He's actually the con man. But anyway, Hector was through him somehow associated. And Hector, I was told, was a visionary with color. And he had to come over from Japan. I spoke to him on the telephone, and I said, "I really need somebody who can change colors, because otherwise everybody's going to think it's a crashing ball if I don't change the colors all the way through." And he said he would do it. He said he wanted to do it. And I was thrilled that he wanted to do it. And so he's been in England ever since, working on this and working with Lloyd Grossman on his cooking program. So I mean, he can do anything, Hector. Are you going to come and talk about it?
I'm here.
Well, aren't you going to say anything? Why don't you tell everybody what you did? You spent hours doing the thing.